Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to talk about the strategy called Ice Age. But what exactly is this army? How do you guys use this army? And everything around that, we will talk about that today. But first off, to show you guys everything around that, we will firstly use a Rune of Dark Elixir, because right now we have basically no Dark Elixir, which means this rune should be really nice to use. The next step is going to be we are upgrading the Royal Champion to level 18 with that. We're using the hero book, which I just bought in the trader shop. And then we have another hammer to upgrade her to level 19. This means one level to go. We should have the Dark Elixir pretty soon, hopefully. And well, the level difference between level 19 and 20 is huge, because the ability from now on is always one-shotting cannons, and that's super important, because being able to one-shot not only archer towers, Tesla, and air defenses, you can now one-shot cannons as well, which is crucial for pathing and for her getting damage. So everything around that is super important, that we're getting her up to level 20, and that would be a great next step. But I would think after upgrading her, we're ready to use the army. So let's take a look at how the army looks like and how you guys use it. Ice Age, that's the strategy name we came up with in a live stream, and that's basically it. Ice Age, a combination of Ice Golem, Witches, and a couple of boulders for the damage, and the crucial part of this is going to be the earthquakes. The only down part of this strategy is going to be the Dark Elixir costs. So farming, or using this strategy for farming or Legend League, is sometimes really expensive, but if you can afford it to use it in the war, then it's really good. I will, like I said, show you guys on how you guys can use it, and on what should you guys look out for. How should you use the earthquakes, because the earthquake placement is key for your success. The next thing is, I will be streaming today once again, but I will stream in German. I will stream my first couple of war attacks on Townhall 13. So far, this is going to be my first war on a Townhall 13 level, so this is going to be fun. And there's going to be most likely another English stream on Friday, once again from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you guys like my videos and would like to support my channel, well, there's the easy way for you guys. Go in your settings in-game and in more settings, and over there you can type in the creator code iTzu to support me. But always remember, every 7 days the code runs out and you have to retype it in, which is a bit annoying, but that's how it works. So like I said, at Friday, the next English stream from 6 to 8 p.m. if everything is working. But now let's get into the first attack, and we're attacking once again in Town 13 Legend League. He has both scatter shots down, he has the maxed eagle, so let's try to figure out on how to triple this base. The first thing is obviously the earthquake spells. What should you enter? What is the main thing? The main thing is actually that your entry isn't too wide. You can use the new siege machine with this army as well, and how you can use it is just to funnel one side. If there's a couple of trash buildings like on this base, just drop it on the outside, take maybe an archer tower with it. That's normally a really good thing, so your P.E.K.K.A. is still staying healthy, and then just letting the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards come out, help with the funnel. Then on the other side you're placing an Ice Golem and a second P.E.K.K.A., which is your own P.E.K.K.A., and then just get everything in there. In your clan castle, you have normally another P.E.K.K.A. on your own, just to make sure that the funnel is even better. And now the next step is going to be get everything into the core except the Royal Champ. You want to save the Royal Champ for the outside to flank the main push, basically. So this means she's not getting too much damage, and she can get rid of those flanking defenses, for example, like wizard towers, mortars, the scatter shots, inferno towers, stuff like this, which is working really nicely. And you can see we're overpowering this base. It's pretty crazy how strong the strategy is, considering that's witches against 3 multi-inferno towers. And well, multi-inferno towers counter witches, but wait a second, this is just super powerful. And like I said, if you have the Dark Elixir, this army composition is amazing. It's super fun to use, even though it's spammy, it's kind of fun. And the only thing you guys have to learn is where should you place the earthquakes. What is the best angle to come from? And you always have to be careful that you try to not activate the Town Hall too early with your earthquakes. If that's possible, try to avoid actually activating the Townhall with your earthquakes. But you have always one freeze which you can use. You're not using a poison in this army composition because you have the witches. The witches are dealing splash damage to ground and air, so you do not care whether there's a hound in the CC, whether there's, I don't know, whatever in the CC, like that's basically not important. So you're running always the freeze because that's always the better option. Once again, let's get into the next attack, and this is going to be anti 3-star base, again, against the Townhall 13. And this one has the max eagle as well. I think these are level 2 scatter shots, if I'm not completely wrong. But let's see how we can deal with that. This time we're getting once again not into the Townhall compartment immediately, because if we want to drop onto the Townhall, like for example from the bottom right side, then we would activate the Townhall really early with the earthquakes. You always try to avoid that because the Townhall is dealing so much damage to your troops, to your witches, skeletons, etc. So you try to avoid that. We're coming in from the upper left side, and this means we're avoiding the Townhall for pretty long. Once again, using the new siege machine to funnel everything inside, and then getting the P.E.K.K.A. and the Ice Golem set up on the other side. And once again, getting everything in between into the base, except, once again, the Royal Champ. You're waiting always for the perfect moment to place her and trying to get the most value. Now, you can see I'm pushing into the base. I'm waiting pretty long for the next set of earthquakes. And when I see, okay, my troops are basically running into the next wall, then I'm placing the earthquakes, placing the freeze on top of the Giga Inferno. And this means there's not too much damage on my troops. Next part is using the Warden ability as soon as the freeze on the Inferno Tower, on the Giga Inferno Tower runs out, and then just placing the Royal Champ as support for the back end, because we have 2 Inferno Towers really spread out in the back. We want to take out at least one of those 2 with our Royal Champ. Like I said, this strategy is really easy to use. It's gifted trophies basically, but always, or you have to take something, or you have to take the time to learn the strategy, because even though it is really spammy, the main thing on this strategy is that you have to think about where are you coming from. The execution in the end is not really hard. That's, you saw, it was just spamming everything in. Like, it's not really hard on spell placement, it's not really hard on spell timing. It's more about where should I come from, what is the best angle, because I say at the moment every single base is working with that strategy. You just have to find the right angle. Doesn't matter whether it's maxed, non-maxed, you can triple any base with this strategy at the moment. And like I said, it always depends on which angle you're choosing. So these were the 2 attacks. So let's check out the next thing, which is, well, we would like to get a couple of more Dark Elixir for our Royal Champ, because like I said, I want to get her to level 20, because then she is it's a huge change from level 19 to level 20 with the one shot on the cannons. Next thing is going to be, like I said, there is the stream today with me doing my war attacks, and hopefully you guys will check it out. What you guys should check out as well is the Holiday Trader Special. In 9 hours and 44 minutes, I mean, when the video is getting uploaded probably a little bit later, but there's gonna be a couple of special offers in there, so make sure to always have an eye on the trader at the moment. You just don't want to miss it. I'm always being so upset when I missed a training potion, which was actually for free or anything. So make sure to double check always your offers in the trader for the next couple of days. I hope there are really nice, amazing things in there. I know for Brawl Stars that they're gifting away right now a lot of things, so hopefully we will have something similar in Clash of Clans. That would be amazing. So make sure in around about 9 hours, I think, maybe in 8 hours when I'm uploaded the video. So yeah, just make sure to check it out and try to get those new items in there. And like I said, this is going to be it. Ice Age. I just like the name. We came up in a stream with that, and like I said, this army is super strong. The only downtime of this army is going to be the Dark Elixir. But if you can afford it, if you have the Dark Elixir, somehow use this strategy in Legend League. Maybe do a couple of FCs before that, and otherwise in War, it's killing it as well. I can only say, try it out. I hope this video was helping you guys. This is the war which is going on right now, Noobs MTV. There, I'm doing the war over there, and I have 2 attacks left against Highland Farm. which already got, I think, right now it's 10 to 10 on triples, but we got a bit of less attacks used, so it's still a fun war. It should be a close war, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Until then, see you guys, and bye bye.